If you're over 60 and often deal with cold hands, cold feet, numb fingertips, leg cramps when walking, or legs that feel heavier by the end of the day, don't assume it's just a normal part of getting older. Because in many cases, it could be a sign that your blood is no longer circulating as well as it used to. The scary part is that after age 60, your body may produce nearly 50% less nitric oxide than it did when you were younger. This is the substance that helps your blood vessels open up so blood can move throughout your body. When those levels drop, your hands and feet are often the first areas to be affected. That's why so many older adults start noticing icy cold feet at night. Some have to wear socks even when the weather isn't cold. Some feel sharp pain in their calves while walking and have to stop to rest. And some people don't realize how serious the problem is until they begin losing balance, becoming more likely to fall, or no longer having the strength to walk the way they used to. But here is the part most people have never heard before. There is a simple drink made from a few common kitchen ingredients that may help support better circulation, warm up your hands and feet, and reduce numbness in a relatively short time when used the right way. And at the end of this video, I will also share one habit that takes less than 5 minutes, but can make this drink work even better. It's a very small thing, but it's also something most people completely overlook. Many people think cold hands and feet are simply caused by colder weather, sitting too long, or just getting older. But if it happens often, even when you're in a warm room wearing socks or covered with a blanket, then it is no longer something to ignore. Because when blood is not circulating properly, the areas farthest from your heart, such as your hands, feet, and lower legs, are usually affected first. At first, the signs can be very mild. Your feet may feel colder than everyone else's. Your fingertips may go numb when you first wake up. Your legs may feel heavier at the end of the day, or you may constantly need to change positions because of discomfort in your legs. But over time, things can become more serious. Some people begin getting cramps after walking for just a few minutes. Some feel sharp pain in their calves after climbing only a few stairs. Others cannot sleep at night because their feet feel cold, their legs feel restless, or they have to wake up several times to massage their legs. The dangerous part is that poor circulation does not just make you uncomfortable. It can also cause your muscles to weaken faster, reduce feeling in your feet, and increase your risk of losing balance or falling. That is why many older adults say they no longer feel confident walking long distances, do not want to go out as much, and start becoming more afraid of falling than they used to be. And here is the most concerning part. When blood does not reach your tissues and organs properly for a long time, your risk of blood clots, high blood pressure, damaged blood vessels, and stroke can also increase. In other words, cold hands and feet are not always just a small symptom. Sometimes they are the first warning sign that your body needs support before the problem becomes much more serious. One of the biggest problems is that many people do not realize they have poor circulation. They simply assume their body is changing because they are getting older. They think cold feet are normal. Numb hands must be from sleeping in the wrong position. Swollen legs must be from walking too much. But when these signs start appearing together and keep coming back, it is often your body's way of asking for help. The first and most common sign is hands or feet that always feel colder than normal. Not just cold when the weather changes, but cold even when everyone else feels comfortable. Some people have to wear 2 pairs of socks to bed. Others cannot walk barefoot on the floor because the cold feeling in their feet never seems to go away. The second sign is numbness, tingling, or a pins and needles feeling in your fingertips or feet. At first, it may only last for a few minutes, but over time, it starts happening more often, especially in the morning or after sitting for too long. Another sign that many people ignore is swelling in the ankles or feet at the end of the day. Many assume it is just water retention or standing too long. But in reality, when blood circulation slows down, fluid can build up more easily in the legs. Some people also notice pain in their calves when walking. They may feel tightness, pain, or cramping after only a few minutes. When they stop and rest, it gets better. But once they start walking again, the pain comes back. This is a sign that the muscles are not getting enough oxygen during movement. There are also signs that most people never connect to circulation problems, such as thinning hair, brittle nails, dry skin, or paler-looking skin. It may not seem related, but your hair, nails, and skin all depend on healthy blood flow. And there is one very common sign in older adults that is rarely talked about: restless legs at night. You lie down, but your legs feel uncomfortable. You have to keep moving them, changing positions, or getting up to walk around before they finally settle down. If you have 2 or 3 of these signs, it may no longer be something small. Your body may be trying to tell you that your circulation is getting weaker and needs support as soon as possible. Many people ask themselves, why didn't I have this problem before, but now that I'm older, my hands and feet feel colder, more numb, and more tired? The answer is that after age 60, your body starts changing in ways that you cannot always see. One of the biggest changes is that your body produces less nitric oxide. This is a natural substance that helps your blood vessels relax and widen so blood can flow more easily. When you are younger, your body makes plenty of it. But as you get older, those levels gradually begin to drop. When that happens, your blood vessels no longer open as well as they used to. Blood moves more slowly. Areas farthest from your heart, such as your feet and hands, receive less blood. That is why many people begin noticing colder feet at night or numb hands after sitting still for too long. On top of that, your blood vessels are no longer as soft and flexible as they once were. Over time, they can become stiffer, narrower, and less efficient at moving blood throughout your body. This is especially common in people with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or a long history of smoking. Long-term inflammation in the body is another major reason. Many older adults develop low-grade inflammation over time because of processed foods, not eating enough vegetables, lack of movement, or poor sleep. Inflammation makes blood vessels work less efficiently and slows down circulation. And there is one more cause that many people never think about: sitting too much. After retirement, many people spend most of the day sitting in front of the TV, reading using their phone, or lying down to rest. But when your legs are not moving much, the muscles in your legs no longer help push blood back toward your heart as effectively as they used to. Blood begins to pool in your feet, ankles, and lower legs. That is why many people notice more swelling by the end of the day, heavier legs when they stand up, or the need to walk around for a few minutes before they start feeling better. The important thing to remember is that this is not your fault. This happens to many people after age 60, but the good news is that once you understand the reasons behind it, you can absolutely help your body improve little by little. So the question is, what can you do to support better circulation without starting with major or difficult changes? What is interesting is that sometimes the answer is not found in expensive medications or complicated treatments. It may start right in your own kitchen. There is one simple drink that I often recommend older adults try in the morning. Not because it is some kind of miracle cure, but because the ingredients in it may help support some of the exact reasons circulation tends to decline with age. This drink includes a few very common ingredients: beets, ginger, turmeric, pomegranate, lemon, and a little coconut water or plain water. It sounds simple, but when combined, these ingredients can support your body in several different ways at once. Some ingredients help your body produce more nitric oxide. Some help reduce inflammation in the blood vessels. Others help keep your blood vessels healthier and make it easier for blood to flow to your hands, feet, and lower legs. That is what makes this drink different from simply having hot tea or coffee. It does not just create a temporary feeling of warmth. It targets some of the real reasons behind cold hands, cold feet, numbness, and heavy legs in older adults. What I like most about this recipe is that it is not too expensive, Not too difficult to make, and most people can prepare it in just a few minutes. You do not need hard-to-find ingredients or expensive supplements, just a few simple things that many people already have in their kitchen. And most importantly, if you use it consistently every morning, you may begin noticing very small but encouraging changes. Maybe your feet no longer feel as cold before bed. Maybe your legs feel lighter when you stand up. Maybe you can walk a little farther without calf pain starting so quickly. Those small changes are often the first signs that your body is starting to respond in a positive way. The first and most important ingredient in this drink is beets. Beets are rich in natural nitrates. Once inside the body, these nitrates can be converted into nitric oxide. This is the substance that helps blood vessels widen so blood can flow more easily. That is why many people notice their hands and feet feel warmer after using beets regularly for a period of time. For older adults, this is especially important because after age 60, the body usually does not produce as much nitric oxide as it once did. Next is ginger. Ginger does more than simply make the body feel warmer from the inside. It may also help reduce inflammation and support better circulation. Many older adults like ginger because after using it, they feel less cold in their hands and feet, more comfortable overall, and less heaviness in their legs. During colder months especially, ginger can create a noticeable feeling of warmth without relying on a lot of coffee or sugary drinks. The third ingredient is turmeric. Turmeric is well known for helping support lower inflammation. This is very important because low-grade inflammation in the body is one of the reasons blood vessels work less effectively over time. When blood vessels are healthier and less inflamed, blood can flow more easily. In addition, many older adults use turmeric to help with joint discomfort and muscle aches. Next comes pomegranate. Pomegranate contains antioxidants that help protect blood vessels and support healthy circulation. Some people even call pomegranate a heart and blood vessel fruit because it may help keep blood vessel walls healthier and allow blood to move through more easily. This can be especially helpful for people who often experience leg pain when walking, heavy legs, or cold feet at the end of the day. And finally, there is lemon. Lemon provides vitamin C, which is very important for blood vessels, skin, and connective tissue. Vitamin C may also help the body protect blood vessel walls over time. The important thing is that none of these ingredients work alone. When combined, they create a recipe that supports the body in several ways at once, improving circulation, reducing inflammation, supporting healthier blood vessels, and helping hands and feet feel warmer. That is why many people notice improvements, not only in their feet, but also in their sleep, energy levels, and ability to move around more comfortably each day. So, how should you prepare this drink to keep it simple, but still effective? You can start with half a cup of chopped fresh beets or half a cup of beet juice. If you are using fresh beets, wash them thoroughly. You can leave the thin outer skin on because it contains a good amount of nutrients. Then add a little pomegranate. If you have pure pomegranate juice, about 1 tablespoon is enough. If not, you can use a small handful of fresh pomegranate seeds. Next, add 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger or a little ginger juice. For turmeric, you only need about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or a small slice of fresh turmeric root if you have it at home. Then, squeeze in a little fresh lemon juice. Fresh lemon is usually better than bottled lemon juice because it keeps more of its vitamin C. Finally, add about half a cup of water. If you want the drink to taste a little better, you can use coconut water instead. Coconut water not only improves the flavor, but also provides extra minerals that may help support your body. Put everything into a blender and blend until smooth. If you prefer a thinner drink, you can add a little more water. If you do not like the pulp, you can strain it before drinking. What matters is not only the recipe itself, but also when you drink it. The best time is in the morning, when your stomach is still relatively empty. At that time, your body absorbs nutrients better, and circulation may be easier to support for the rest of the day. After drinking it, wait about 20 to 30 minutes before eating breakfast. This short amount of time gives your body a better chance to absorb the nutrients in the drink. And this is where many people make a mistake. They drink it once, do not notice a dramatic change right away, and give up. But poor circulation does not appear overnight. It usually builds up over many years. That means your body also needs time to respond. If you stay consistent every morning for 1 to 2 weeks, you are much more likely to notice the first small changes, such as warmer feet, less numbness, or feeling lighter when you walk. But here is the part that many people do not know. You can drink the right recipe every morning, but if you sit still for hours afterward, the results may not be nearly as strong as they would be if you added a few minutes of light movement right after drinking it. This is the missing piece that many people overlook. After you drink it, your body starts getting more support to produce nitric oxide, and your blood vessels begin to relax. But if you stand up, move gently, and get the muscles in your legs working, blood can move through your body much more effectively. You do not need an intense workout. You do not need to go jogging or join a gym. You only need about 5 minutes. You can walk around the house. You can stand in place and gently lift your knees. You can hold onto a chair and do a few sit-to-stand movements. Or you can simply raise your heels, rotate your ankles, swing your arms, and walk back and forth through the room. These small movements act like a natural pump for your legs. When the muscles in your calves contract, they help push blood back towards your heart more effectively. This is especially important for older adults because when you sit too long, blood tends to pool in your feet and ankles. That is why many people notice their legs feel lighter, less numb, or warmer much faster when they combine this drink with a few minutes of gentle movement. Some people notice that their feet no longer feel icy cold when they lie down to sleep. Some find they can walk longer without having to stop so soon. And some simply feel less heavy and sluggish in the morning. Sometimes the biggest difference does not come from something complicated. It comes from giving your body what it needs at the right time and allowing it to begin its own recovery process. Before you start using this drink every day, there are a few important things you should keep in mind. If you are taking blood thinners or anticoagulant medication, talk to your doctor first. Ingredients like ginger, turmeric, and beets may support better circulation, and in some cases, that could increase the effects of your medication. If you often have low blood pressure or are taking blood pressure medication, you should also pay close attention to how you feel during the first few days. Some people may feel slightly dizzy or lightheaded if their body responds quickly to improved circulation. Also, if you have a history of kidney stones, especially oxalate stones, you should be careful with beets because they are relatively high in oxalates. The best approach is not to do too much on the first day. You do not need to drink a large glass. You also do not need to use the maximum amount of every ingredient right away. Start with half a serving for the first few days and see how your body responds. If you feel comfortable, you can slowly increase it to the full amount. And remember, the goal here is not to find a miracle solution overnight. The goal is to help your body improve gradually, safely, and in a way that lasts. As long as you listen to your body, take it slowly, and stay consistent, you have a much better chance of seeing positive changes without pushing yourself too hard. Cold hands, cold feet, numbness, cramps, or heavy legs are not always just a normal part of getting older. Sometimes they are your body's way of telling you that your blood is not circulating as well as it used to, and that your blood vessels may need more support. The good news is that you do not have to change everything all at once. Sometimes, just one small drink in the morning, combined with a few minutes of light movement, can make a bigger difference than you think. You may start sleeping better because your feet no longer feel icy cold at night. You may notice that you can walk longer without needing to stop halfway through. Or maybe you will simply feel lighter, less sluggish, and more confident getting up and moving around each day. So here is something very simple I want you to try. For the next 14 days, drink 1 glass of this recipe every morning, then spend at least 5 minutes doing some light movement afterward. During those 2 weeks, pay attention to how your body changes. Do your feet still feel as cold as before? Are you still waking up in the middle of the night because your legs feel uncomfortable? Do you feel like it is easier to walk? Give your body a chance to respond, and if you decide to try it, leave a comment below and share the symptom you most want to improve. Then, after 14 days, come back and tell me how different you feel. Your story may end up encouraging someone else who is going through the same thing. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss more simple tips that can make a big difference in your health after 60.